Hello, YouTubers. Hello, Dune Awakening players. Welcome back. Doretis here. Well, okay, you gotta check this out. So you hit the middle mouse button, right? You hold it, and then you hold the other button, and now come here. No, I don't know if I like this. You're clapping. Oh, you. All right, well, that adds a little personality to the game, doesn't it? So, I wanted to bring up a very good point, and it has to do with the map, and it has to do with going out the side and coming back in, and the fact that you can come in anywhere around the outside. And it starts to make sense as to the layout of the game because down here in Hagga Basin, you have these micro sandwich fabric areas that are like you can just fly in, grab them, and go. That's what I'm going to do in this episode. I'm going to reveal this area. I'm going to reveal this area, I think. And I'm going to come in at a bunch of areas, basically all the areas around the outside edge. And I want to look for a place to set up a perimeter base because I feel like that's part of the meta of this game. And it makes sense because I came in here and I was like, why would a player set up a base right here? And you know, now I know. Crazy. So yeah, you can sit. And then if you hit F6, turn the HUD off, and there you go. Yeah, actually, you know what? Playing without the HUD is kind of fun, to be honest. Okay, so when it comes to the map, and I have my ornithopter, I have 3 bases. This base has all my water and my power, or the majority of it, and my production area is down here, right over here. And the base is pretty cool looking. It's up on a hill. And I have a second ornithopter over here. I went and bought this extra land just so I had a landing spot for my second bird. And yeah, so this one has the booster. This is where I'm at in the game, basically. And as you can see, the game's playing fantastic. So I want to go and take a look at where I come in around the outside of the map. There we go. The wall. Okay. So that was this one right here. Over here. I want to see where that one comes in. Okay, we're at Hagga Rift. And where are we? Here. So I don't have any scan points. Okay, and then that's the wall. Facing the wall? Should have brought the other ornithopter. See, look, we have a few people already that have set up base. And yeah, what is around? That is the question. And unfortunately, I don't have a scanner, or else I would scan the area. So it does get you into the rift. Now, I have a base right now that is right up here. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to see where the next one is. So yeah, let's say I come in right here on the next one. Alright, where are we? Okay. Well, I'm not too familiar with this area. Do I have... We do. Well, get a scan showing. Where are we scanning from? Up here? What materials do we have? We have some aluminum. Man. Yeah. This is actually pretty good. We got the nodes here. Not bad, not bad. Let's try the scanner tool. Let's take a look at the world, or this biome. Yeah, there's quite a bit of material here. In fact, pretty happy with that. I'd almost stop right now, but I want to go and check everything. And is that... No. Pretty tall. Oh, we have a sandstorm coming in. Okay, well. We don't really want to deal with the sandstorm, so... Am I heading towards it? Yeah. There you go. Hit it on the side, you won't fall. Okay, so we got ourselves a sandstorm. So I could go over there, but then the sandstorm's already over there. So we already know about this area. It takes you to the bottom middle. Now, I'm wondering about this one though. Where would that one take me? Other than to a sandstorm. Alright, good. Just went through. Yeah. This game, eh? Hagga Basin South. Okay. Where is the wall? Behind me. Okay. So, as far as the building goes, got some interesting ones going on around here. Mainly copper. Haven't quite made it over there. So, how does that work? You end up in that one? So we ended up here, here, maybe there. Okay, well, I don't know the top, but then I guess this one is interesting. Well, so far it has materials. How easy is it to access the wall? I'm gonna have to go way up there, I take it. That could be a bit of a problem. But yeah, now we're around the corner. It looks like the angle kind of goes up on an angle a little bit there. So maybe the environment isn't totally square, right? Let's take a look around. So as far as looting goes, there's plenty of bases here. I guess what is it that they are? A little different. What we got going on over here? The base. Interesting structure. Tails splinter. Okay. Not attacking. Oh yeah, okay, they're attacking. What do we got here? Base. Then we've got these platforms. They don't look like they have very much. Oh, there we go. We got some ore here. Aluminum. And carbon. So, that one's interesting. Okay. Alright, well, what have we here? We kind of end up in a bit of a middle spot. It doesn't look like I have a scan of this area. So, take a look. Seriously red rock. Oh, there's the sun coming up. What do I have fuel? Fuel. Well, there's a sunrise. Refueled. So as far as location goes, I believe that's Godzilla Rock. Play around a little bit, take a look. As far as materials go, seems Looks like there's quite a bit down here. Mineable materials. Come through with a jeep and you could find that fairly quickly. Or buggy. Let's go on this rock here. But yeah, a whole bunch of aluminum up here. Alright, well, where's the wall? That's what I want to know. I want to leave. Where am I going? Right through here? Okay, it's a little lower here. Yeah, see, look at that. We have other players. And we're like, okay, well, where are we going? We come in over here. Alright. So yeah, we're over by the wreck of Belfast Shoal. I could do a run. So I put on my radiation suit and I'll take the cutter array. So yeah, I'm gonna do a run. I'm looking for basically that right there. Or this one over here. Yeah, probably this one. Nobody in it. Not trying to stand in the goo. I kind of have no choice though. Another one? No. Radiation's not that bad. I do have iodine pills on me. But, yeah. So as far as like where would I go and make a base? Not really sure. There's Godzilla rock right there. See him. Godzilla! Where am I gonna go and put my base? And which of my bases am I gonna give up in order to make the new base? Or by the shield wall? That's the question. Although this base is pretty good. I mean, look at it. We've got access to a market. I'm right close to the market. As far as the wall goes, not terribly far. Still pretty far. So you might be wondering why I want to go and have access to the outside wall. And the reason is resource collection. Because by being able to go and, you know, pick and choose where all the way around the outside of the map you want to come in and then basically pick the stuff you want or go to the mission that you want. I think that it's one of those things where you're going to end up wanting to come back through and not go very far in order to get to your base. And that will probably be the base where you go and make the most stuff. So the question is, where do you want to put it? And do you want it to have access to the ground? Do you want it to have access to, right? Like maybe you want more than one. Maybe you want one that has ground access. I don't know, but you can only have 3 bases. So that's, at least that's what I heard. I don't know, maybe you can have more. We'll find out. Alright, well, I need some aluminum. I'm gonna take this one. So this bird has the storage plus then the scanner. So that's what I should have had flying around the last few areas. Alright. Now that we've done that. Yeah, see, I'm already here. As we saw, there was like a ton of materials in this area here. So if you have the buggy and maybe a collection base or in there, then there's a very high shield wall over here. I think it was this one. I'm not sure. But either way, there was one that was pretty blocked off. That may not have been one of the best places because then you'd have to go up pretty high. But who knows? It's all, you know, personal preference. I kind of like over here. And the fact that I have a base right here. Now, the way I've been using this is I'll go and I'll mine it using the ornithopter and then drop it off over here. And the idea was that I was going to go and refine it here and then I wouldn't have to carry as much back to the base. And I've kind of been doing that with this base over here. In fact, let's go take a look at those 2 bases. So this base is at the hammer right here. This place is where you get all the iron, or you can. A couple of players here. So my base, yeah, see, it looks like these guys are starting to expand out. This is my base right here. And it has access to that
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
spot right there. As you can see, I've added that on. Suddenly, didn't it? How much water do I have here? Not bad. So yeah, it's this base here. And there we go. Storm's passing through. Okay, well, I guess we'll go take a look at the other base then. $126 here. Alright, there we go. So now I have 250 silicone blocks. Easy to carry. Could set it up to go and make some more. And one other thing about this location, yeah, this is a weird thing. I wonder if it's still there. Yeah, right here. So the iron, check these nodes out. Yeah. See it? There's two. There's a second one underneath. Just double the iron. And it's like that for a bunch of them. Shh, don't tell the devs. Don't see. Full already. And I can't even do anything with it. Other than maybe go to my base. Drop it off. Yeah, I kind of need to keep this one. So this is a bit of a resource base. I'm gonna have to make sure that I keep it going. Oh, look at this! We got a bunch of neighbors. Hey! I got some neighbors over there, so that's cool. Yeah, he's got a bunch in there. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it right there. This is not a very big base. Maximum size base for the small plot of land. So I ended up doing like a door out the side here. I left it so the doors stay open. And then, yeah, pretty simple base. Just a quick resource base. Got some power. Got some blood extractors, bit of water. Like, very bit of water, because I've barely done anything here. And 15 hours. Oof. So there you go. I gotta make sure these bases are up and running. And you can go and have a shield wall base or an exterior base. And I might be moving this one. Not sure. We'll see. But like and subscribe. Come back for more Dune Awakening action.